Have you ever experienced when suddenly you feel cold in the middle of your sleep? So what do? Of course, your reflex action is to get a blanket so that you can cover your body and to feel warm. Oh yes, because I also experienced that. Did you know that in our world, we also have that blanket-like structure that protects us from extreme warm or extreme heat and temperature? And that blanket-like structure is what we call atmosphere. And that is our topic for today's lesson vlog. Hello my dear students! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me once again, Teacher Tin, your science teacher for today's vlog. So, kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 7. Welcome to Quarter 4, Week 3, Module 3 of your Science 7. And for today's lesson vlog, we're going to discuss about interaction in the atmosphere, specifically the greenhouse effect and global warming. And for the most essential learning competency for today's lesson, we are going to discuss how energy from the sun interacts with the layers of the atmosphere. Are you ready? Okay, so let us begin to discover the atmosphere. Before we proceed with our main lesson, so I want you to get a sheet of paper and we're going to perform the first activity. Okay, the first activity, the title of this is Colors of the Wind. So I want you to draw 6 circles in your piece of paper. So it will look like this. Yan. Okay, so the middle part of your circle will serve as the Earth's surface. So we will imagine that the circle at the middle of it is the Earth's surface. Now, I want you to get coloring materials. So just prepare 5 colors. Okay, so this will be the legend. Okay, so you're going to color each part where yellow is the exosphere, green is the thermosphere, orange is for the mesosphere, blue for the stratosphere, and gray for troposphere. So I want you to distinguish which one is the exosphere, the thermosphere, the mesosphere, the stratosphere, and the troposphere. Okay, so I'll give you time for that. You can post this video so that you can work on that. And then afterwards, we're going to check your answer. Let us check your answer for activity number 1. So, but before that, let us define first the atmosphere. So, what do we mean by atmosphere? So, when we say atmosphere, just like what I told you, it is a blank-like structure. Okay, so when we say atmosphere, there is a massive blanket that surrounds the Earth, and that is what we call the atmosphere. Ang atmosphere, binubuo ito ng iba't ibang klase ng gas. At ano-ano nga ba yung mga gas na bumubuo sa atmosphere? Mostly, andyan ang nitrogen, andyan din ang oxygen, na nag-i-interact naman ito sa iba't ibang klase ng gases kagaya ng argon, helium, carbon dioxide, neon, water vapor, and dust. At alam nyo ba na ang atmosphere ay binubuo yan ng 5 layer? At yan na nga yung kinulayan nyo kanina. The reason why I asked you to prepare 5 different colors. Okay, now, let us proceed in checking your activity number 1. Okay, as you can see in this picture, so sa gitnang part, andyan yung ating Earth. So sabi nga natin, di ba, ang atmosphere, isa itong parang napakalaking kumot na bumabalot sa ating mundo. Kasi ito ay nagpoprotekta sa atin sa init, at sa matinding temperature. So, kung mapapansin nyo sa figure na ito, meron tayong 5 layer. So, kumbaga ito yung ating Earth. So, meron pang nagko-cover sa kanya. So, ano ang nasa pinakaunahan part dyan? So, makikita natin na andyan ang troposphere. So, dapat yan yung kinulayan niya ng color gray, kagaya ng sinabi ko doon sa inyong legend. Pagkatapos ng troposphere, andyan ang ating stratosphere. Sumunod ang ating layer na mesosphere. At sinundan naman ito ng thermosphere. At ang pinaka nasa malayong part ay ang tinatawag natin na exosphere. According to the activity, so how can you describe the Earth's atmosphere? Again, when we say atmosphere, the atmosphere is the blanket of gases that surrounds the Earth, and it is held near the surface of the planet by Earth's gravitational attraction. One of the main components of the Earth's interdependent physical systems is the atmosphere. An atmosphere is the layers of gases surrounding a planet or celestial body. Earth's atmosphere is composed of about 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% other gases. The atmosphere protects life on Earth by shielding it from incoming ultraviolet radiation, keeping the planet warm through insulation, and preventing extreme between day and night temperatures. The sun hits layers of the atmosphere, causing it to convect, driving air movement and weather patterns around the world. Okay, so sige, isa-isahin natin kung ano ba ang meron sa bawat layer nitong ating tinatawag na atmosphere. So, simulan natin sa pinakamababang layer ng atmosphere o yung pinakamalapit na layer sa ating mundo. At ito ang tinatawag natin na troposphere. Ano bang meron sa troposphere? So, yung troposphere, this is the layer of the atmosphere nearest to the Earth. At gaano ba kalayo ang troposphere? The troposphere goes from 0 kilometer to 16 kilometer. At syempre, sa troposphere, lahat ng uri ng weather ay pwedeng ma-develop dito sa troposphere. And always remember na sa troposphere, meron din tayong tinatawag na tropopause. Yung tropopause, siya naman yung pinakamalayong layer ng troposphere. Kumbaga, parte pa rin siya ng troposphere, pero siya yung pinakamalayong part ng troposphere. Kumbaga, siya yung end na distance ng troposphere. Or, in short, the troposphere, this is the top layer of the troposphere. At alam nyo ba kung ano ang temperature na pagdating ng troposphere? So, within the troposphere, ang temperature ay bumabagsak yan ng hanggang negative 56 degree Celsius. At pag naabot na niya yung negative 56 degree Celsius, kumbaga parang ito na yung nagiging panimula ng tinatawag natin na tropopause, which is yung top layer ng troposphere. Okay, so tandaan nyo rin na sa troposphere, within the troposphere, the temperature drops rapidly as you go higher. So, habang tumataas ka sa troposphere, bumibilis ang pagbaba ng temperature. Kaya nga umaabot dito ng negative 56 degrees Celsius. At pag naabot na niya yung negative degree Celsius, which is yun yung pinakamababang temperature sa troposphere, yun naman ang magiging simula ng tinatawag na tropopause, which is yung top layer ng troposphere. At pagdating dito sa tropopause, nare-reverse naman to. So, pag na-reverse siya, ibig sabihin, tumataas na bigla ang kanyang temperature. And always remember that the height of the tropopause varies from the poles to the equator, but also from the summer to winter. Now, let's proceed with the second layer of the Earth, which is the stratosphere. Kung makikita nyo, ang stratosphere, yan yung second layer ng ating Earth's atmosphere. At ano ba ang kanyang height? So, ang stratosphere nagsisimula yan sa 16 kilometer hanggang 50 kilometers. At alam nyo ba na ang stratosphere, alam nyo ba na yung ating tinatawag na protective ozone layer? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng ozone layer? Diba ito yung nagpoprotekta sa atin sa mga ultraviolet radiation from the sun? At yan na nga. So yan, naandito sa stratosphere yung ating protective ozone layer. Okay, sa layer na to, sa stratosphere, yung pressure dito ay patuloy na bumababa. Okay? Pero, yung temperature naman ay tumataas gradually to 0 degree Celsius. Di ba kanina sa troposphere, nasa negative 56 degrees Celsius siya. So, tumataas siya. Pagdating sa stratosphere, tataas siya hanggang 0 degree Celsius. At kagaya ng troposphere, ang stratosphere, nag-iiba-iba din to sa kanyang kapal. And it is quite deep over the poles and thinner over the equator. At kung ang troposphere ay may tinatawag din tayong tropopause, so dito naman sa stratosphere, may tinatawag tayong stratopause, which is the top layer of the stratosphere. At sa layer na ito, okay, in this layer, the temperature once again begins to fall. Ayan, so habang nararating nila yung kanilang top layer, bumababa ang kanilang temperature. Now, we have the third layer of the Earth, which is the mesosphere. Yan. So, ano naman ang meron sa mesosphere? So, just like what I've said, mesosphere is the third layer of the Earth, which goes from 50 kilometers to 90 kilometers. At syempre, sa mesosphere, dito naman nagbe-burn up yung mga tinatawag natin na meteors. Okay, and ano pa ang meron sa mesosphere? The radio waves are reflected to Earth in this layer sa mesosphere. And take note also, na sa mesosphere, ito po ang coldest layer ng atmosphere, kung saan ang temperature ay bumabagsak ng napakabilis depende sa kanyang altitude. Okay, so, syempre, ang mesosphere, meron din tong top layer at tinatawag naman ito na mesopause, wherein the temperature bottoms out at about negative 100 degree Celsius. At pagkatapos ng top layer ng mesosphere, bigla naman itong ra-rise ulit. So, tataas ulit ang temperature niya with greater altitude. After that temperature, and after that, temperature begins to rise again with greater altitude. At tandaan nyo na dito sa mesosphere, so ito yung layer kung saan yung mga meteorites, sila yung, they burn up as they enter the atmosphere. Okay, so let's proceed with the fourth layer of the Earth, which is what we call the Thermosphere. Okay, so ang Thermosphere, that is the fourth layer of the Earth, which goes from 90 kilometers to 300 kilometers. And are you familiar with the term auroras? Ayan, ito yung mga auroras na tinatawag din curtains of lights. These curtains of lights, which is called the auroras, natatagpuan ito sa Thermosphere, which is the fourth layer of the Earth. And always remember na dito sa Thermosphere, dito rin makikita yung tinatawag natin na ionosphere. This is the component of the Thermosphere that makes the auroras. Yung tinatawag natin na ionosphere. There is a very little air in this layer, and the temperature continues to rise in the thermosphere and beyond, increasing for the indefinite distance into space. And for the last layer of the atmosphere, we have the exosphere. So, yung exosphere, this is the last layer of the atmosphere, wherein this is the outermost layer of the atmosphere. At alam nyo ba, satellites orbit the Earth in the exosphere. Exosphere is the very outer limit of the atmosphere. The bottom of this layer is found at 500 kilometers above the Earth's surface, and the pressure drops to little more than a vacuum. And now, so let's talk about what do you think is the main function of the atmosphere. First, it contains the Earth we breathe. Second, it protects us from harmful radiation from the sun. Number 3, it helps keep the planet's heat from the sun from escaping back into space. Number 4, it is a major element of the water cycle. And number 5, it keeps the climate on Earth moderate compared to that of other planets. Okay, now, I want you to study these two pictures. This one and this one. The question is, does a greenhouse retain or release heat. Okay, so we're going to discuss different vocabulary terms in science for this topic. First, we have the greenhouse effect, greenhouse gases, and global warming. What is greenhouse? Okay, greenhouse, ito yung ginagamit ng mga farmers o kaya ng mga naghahalaman para protektahan yung mga halaman nila sa sobrang init o lamig ng mga peste. Pero ano naman yung tinatawag natin na greenhouse effect? Is it positive or negative? And ang greenhouse effect naman, ito naman yung nangyayari kapag yung mga greenhouse gases at saka yung iba't ibang particles ay natatrap nila yung init, pagkatapos ay nagraradiate ito pabalik sa ating planeta. Kumbaga parang kang bumaril, pero sa'yo din tumama kasi nag-bounce back sa'yo. So, yun yung nagiging epekto. Ano po? Yun yung greenhouse effect na tinatawag natin. At ano naman ang greenhouse gases? Greenhouse gases, ito naman yung mga heat-trapping gases na naiidulot or nai-produce ng mga air pollution. Di ba pag sinabi nating air pollution, syempre madumi yan. Kaya nga pollution polluted yung air. Na sino rin ang may kagagawan? Syempre, ang mga tao. Okay? So, these are, ano ba yung example sa mga greenhouse gases? These are the carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane, or yung chlorofluorocarbon. Ano yung mga examples ng carbon dioxide? Lumabas ka, tingnan mo ang paligid mo, yung binubugang usok ng mga sasakyan. Yan po ay examples ng mga carbon dioxide. Yung mga nasa pabrika na inilalabas nilang usok mula dun sa kanilang mga makina. So, iyan ay isang example ng mga carbon dioxide na example din naman ng greenhouse gases na ang sabi nga dito ay due to human activities. Pag naglabas ka ng bahay, nagwalis ka, sinigaan mo yon. Ano yun? Kung nagsindi ka, sinindihan mo yung mga napulot mong damo, tapos nag-usok. So, at dahil pa rin yan sa mga human activities. At ano naman yung tinatawag natin na global warming? So, global warming is a sudden increase in the overall temperature of the Earth due to excessive trapping of heat by greenhouse gases. So, kumbaga, yan na yung nagiging epekto ng mga greenhouse gases na produce din nating mga tao. So, kumbaga, ito yung balik sa atin. Nagkakaroon na ng global warming. Napapansin nyo ba na alas 8 pa lang ng umaga ay kahit kaliligo mo pa lang ay tik-tik na ang init. Sa sobrang pawis mo, ramdam na ramdam mo ang init. Nararamdaman nyo ba na habang tumatagal tayo ay sobrang init ang ating nararamdaman? So, yan ay epekto. Yan na po yung tinatawag nating global warming. Sudden increase in the overall temperature. At bakit kapag bumagyo, konting bagyo pa lang pero sobrang baha na sa ibang mga lugar? Ang daming puno agad ang nabubuwal, may mga kabundukan na bigla na lang bumabagsak. Bakit ganon? So, isa rin yung epekto at yun yung sa global warming. Nagkakaroon ng excessive or sudden increase sa temperatura ng ating mundo. And do you know Joseph Fourier? Siya. Okay, noong 1924, siya po ang kaunahang nakadiscover ng greenhouse effect. Okay, so in your next activity, ang gagawin nyo naman ay you're going to complete the table here. Yan, kita nyo ba? So, these are the layers of the atmosphere. So, di ba, diniscuss natin kanina na meron tayong 5 layers of the atmosphere. So, meron diyang 4 columns. In the first column, so you're going to write the names of the layers of the atmosphere from Troposphere to Exosphere. And then, arrangement. Sa second column, ilalagay nyo lang dyan yung sequence number. Alin ba dyan yung pinakaunang layer? Okay? So, alin dyan, ang ilalagay nyo number 1 dyan, yung pinakamalapit sa Earth surface. And then, sa third column, ilalagay nyo lang yung characteristics and description. So, hindi ko na kailangang ulitin dahil na-discuss na natin yan. So, kung medyo nakalimutan, medyo ulitin nyo lang ang video na to. And of course, altitude. Yung altitude na tinatawag, yung kilometers na binanggit natin kanina. Okay, how about this question? Do you think all living organisms can survive or can live without the atmosphere? How about you? You are a living organism. Do you think you can live without the atmosphere? Syempre hindi. 'Di ba? Sabi pa nga agad natin kanina, yung ating ozone layer, yung nagpoprotekta sa atin sa sobrang init galing sa sun, ay nasa stratosphere. Imagine kung walang stratosphere. So, wala ding tayong protective ozone layer na magpoprotekta sa atin. Ano na kaya ang mangyayari sa atin, 'di ba? So, living things cannot live without the atmosphere. Always remember that all living things need some of the gases in air for life support. Kailangan natin ng mga gases na yan. Without an atmosphere, Earth would likely to be just another lifeless of rock. Walang kwenta. Patay tayo dyan. And always remember that Earth's atmosphere, along with the abundant liquid water at the Earth's surface, they are the keys to our planet's unique place in other system, or in other solar system. Okay, for your next activity, what you're going to do is to list down four activities that you think can produce more greenhouse gases and can contribute to global warming. So, meron dyang dalawang column. So, una ay activities and then ano yung possible solution. Let's say, for example, kaingin. That is one of the activities in our localities that can produce greenhouse gases and can contribute to global warming. Ano ba yung kaingin? Yung pagsusunog? So, ano kaya ang possible solution? So, instead ng kaingin, di ba para rin siyang deforestation. So, ano kaya ang possible na pwedeng gawin? Ayan, pwedeng reforestation. Instead of deforestation, pagpuputol ng puno, ay magtanim na lamang. So, kayo naman, isip pa kayo, ano pa ba ang mga activities na ginagawa? Okay, so let us see if you really understood the lesson that we discussed today. So, I want you to answer these questions. Number 1, so what do you think is the answer for this? This includes carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane, and chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, very good. That is greenhouse gases. Okay, nice. How about for question number 2? It is a massive blanket surrounding the Earth. Okay, that's good. That is atmosphere. Very good. How about for question number 3? It is used by farmers to protect plants from excessive cold or heat and pests. Okay, that is greenhouse. Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our lesson vlog for this topic. I hope you learned something from this. So, kung may natutunan ka sa video na to, kindly leave your comments below. At talaga na-appreciate ko po ang inyong pagko-comment dahil at least lalo akong ginaganahan para gumawa ng mga lesson vlog pa sa ating Science 7. At sa mga grade 7 nga pala, syempre pagdating nyo ng grade 8, kompleto ang ating video lesson from quarter 1 to quarter 4. Bisitahin nyo lang ang aking channel at syempre ang aking mga playlist na yan. Magkakasama na dyan ang quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, sa grade 7, sa grade 8. So, I am also trying to make videos for grade 9, lessons sa science. So, abangan nyo rin ang ating gagawing lessons para dyan. So, again, this is me, Teacher Tim, your science teacher for today. Kung bago ko pa lang sa channel na ito, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for more updates in Science 7. Bye, and see you again!